Well, if you've ever watched the Newlywed Game show, you're aware of that there can be lots of different answers that are given, and oftentimes we see a failure to communicate between couples, and sometimes that can get them into some pretty heated arguments right on camera, and perhaps even maybe some hurtful words are said in that exchange, and that can be the way it is in our real life relationships as well as husband and wife. It's kind of that classic, timeless dilemma. Men viewing the relationship from one perspective, and then women, seeing things from a different side as well. And, yet when you think about it, that's how our Creator God designed men and women. He designed them differently, but to perfectly complement each other as a perfectly matched pair. And it says that in Genesis chapter 1. God created human beings. He created them godlike, reflecting God's nature. He created them male and female to make them different but yet complementary in their relationship. So his design is that their differences were deliberate, but yet perfectly designed to make those two opposites both irresistibly attracted and drawn together to be partners and companions. Okay? And however, in that original design, something came into that relationship to mess everything up, and that something was sin. I guess you could say that sin entering into the world and then into our relationships perhaps acted as a repelling agent instead of something that would draw and attract them together. So that's why God has to tell us in Ephesians 5:33, he says, however, he's speaking to husbands here, however, each one of you must also love his wife as he loves himself, and the wife must respect her husband. So God says that one of the most important things that a husband can show towards his wife is love. And wives, he says that one of the most important things that you can show to your husband is respect. Well, let's give some examples of this here. Wives, which of these would make you feel most loved if said by your husband? It sounds like you had a stressful day today. Would you like to talk about it? What happened? Or, can't you see I'm in the middle of watching the game? You're always wanting to talk about something when I'm trying to relax. Which one would it be? Probably the first one. Okay, husbands, which of these would make you feel most respected if said by your wife? My husband took the kids out to the park yesterday to give me a break. He's really great about giving me the breaks I need. Or, when are you going to start being responsible and quit spending so much time on that dream of starting your own business? Guys, the first one. That's kind of what I thought. Is he saying those hurtful things that separate us from our spouses takes place, I believe, first and foremost because we're so focused on ourselves, whether it be a husband or a wife. We're so focused on me instead of the we in the relationship. And we totally overlook the hurt and separation that we're causing at the same time in our relationship with Christ. Because remember what Jesus says, that whatever you do to one of the least of these brothers, we could expand it and say,